first, because it's one, I think it's a really important throw to learn, and some people don't use it a lot. I like it. I think it's really a very, very good throw. Kubi means the head or neck area, up in this area here. It's not really head, but it's the neck area up here. That's a Kubi. And Nage is to throw, okay? And it's basically, there's several ways to do it, but the way I like to do it to teach newer guys is it's like part Koshi-Guruma and part Tai Otoshi. So you can get good at Tai Otoshi, and you can get good at Koshi-Guruma, and it's kind of a two-in-one throw. And I've seen this used a lot in all levels of competitive judo and sambo and everything else, so it's really, really good technique system. So basically, here he is, and you can catch him moving. We're doing it stationary, just so you learn the basic skills. Pop him up, a lot of pull here, just like standing like Koshi-Guruma, Tai Otoshi. Pull this, you look at the back of your hand like your wristwatch, pop here. But now this hand is going to go around here. And if you're a tall guy like me, I'm probably not going to be starting with this grip. I'm going to be starting with the grip back here anyway. I've probably got this grip going already. Okay? So that's just perfect for this throw. Because now what I can do is I'm pulling him up, I'm lifting this as well, kind of a surigoshi action, lifting action like this with my hand, lift him into it, and I can just wrap around here, and I just turn around in front of him, and it's like Tai Otoshi. Okay? My legs are wide, my knee is bent here, see my knee pointing down like this. I don't want to block his knee where I could hurt his knee. I want to be down here, and that's the technique. So just when I'm throwing, just break his balance, come in, turn around. There's the position. Hard not to throw. But that's the way you want to look. Okay. All right. It's really part Koshi-Guruma, part Tai Otoshi. The upper part is pretty much Koshi-Guruma, some Tai Otoshi, and the bottom part is certainly Tai Otoshi. And you want a nice, wide legs. And some people, you'll throw this guy in a competition with it, they'll say, wow, that's a great Tai Otoshi. Sure, I don't care. call it what you want, but it works. Can you demo a few times here? So watch how he does it. Any grip you want, any grip you want. Okay, he just pops him up, and he comes in. It's Kubi Nage. Derek has a little wider grip, or wider stance. Look at his feet. Well, watch his feet when he comes in. Come on in. See that? Turn around so you can show the camera. See that? Now, some guys will have a narrower stance in their Tai Otoshi, their leg foot. They may have it closer in. Yeah, they're from like that. That's your preference. Some guys will have a real wide split, like Mike Pennington has a really wide split, works really well for him. So that split, how you split under him, is totally up to you. Just as long as you do the very important things, your knees are flexed, and we like to have about a 50-50 ratio. Some people like to have a 70% here, 30% here. If that works, fine, do that. But generally we do more 50-50 split, because I can get more flex in it, more spring into it. So when he throws, here's the Tai Otoshi part of it come in. Watch how he uses his leg. He springs up like that. So the hands are using quite a bit. He's got that element of Tai Otoshi in it, but he's also got around the neck, there's the element of Koshi-Guruma. So it's a little bit of Koshi-Guruma, a little bit of Tai Otoshi, Kubi Nage, okay? And it works quite well. Do that one more time and just show the hand action. Just see how he lifts his hand, just hands up here, and he's lifting in here, spins around. There it is. Kubi Nage. All right? I had to throw it one more time. But that's I think, a fundamental skill, guys. And if you get good at that, you can more easily do Tai Otoshi, more easily do Koshi-Guruma. And we'll look at it. Okay?
And for the taller guys, especially when you're fighting somebody that's smaller than you, having a standard Kubi Nage grip isn't always.
That's a good. Let's point that out. This is. I'm tall. A lot of guys I would compete with were his size or shorter. Okay, and some guys will be bent over. If he's all bent over, like some of these guys like Sambo we see, or BJJ or something, they're all bent over anyway. Kubi Nage is ideal for this, okay? Because you're not really doing so much Kubi Nage now or in the neck, but you're grabbing here, down here, and it's kind of a Tai Otoshi and Kubi Nage combination, but you're coming in, and it's the same thing, but see how I'm pulling here, turn around. See, I'm pulling here like this, instead of here. That's fine. That's fine, because then I can still get this action. So If you want to call it Tai Otoshi, do so. It could be Kubi Nage, because I'm still kind of controlling his neck too. Can you do that one where he's bent over?
Yeah, sure.
So if the guy is bent over, see how you get that grip way down deep there? And you just come in and launch him. It's perfect. It's perfect. This is, I think, an ideal throw to teach juniors, kids, judo. One time I was driving down the street and I saw a couple of kids wrestling in the front yard. There was just two boys wrestling. And, you know, I don't know if they might have done judo, but they sure didn't seem like, they naturally did Kubi Nage. They were throwing each other with this exact throw. And, you know, just in their street clothes, just on the yard there. And looked, I said, well, those kids are doing some pretty good judo. And it was just like Kubi Nage. And I probably never had a judo lesson in my life, but it's kind of a natural movement. And it seems to work. Okay, let's go get it. All right,
1, 2, 3, go.
Guys, let's just do a few points on the Kubi Nage. Here's where throws kind of blend. You could say, well, now it's more of a Tai Otoshi, okay, but with a different grip. We talked about this before. A lot of times you'll be fighting guys, even in Randori, they'll be bent over. Okay, now there are different reasons for him being bent over. You know, he may be a real low-slung Sambo guy, that he has a good straight back and good posture. My God, he just lowered himself, so it's harder for me to get him. Some guys are just bent over because they don't know any better. You know, they just have bad posture. Okay, so that happens. But if whatever happens, he's bent over. Okay, however it may be. Now I've got to get my hand over his shoulder or around his deltoid to control him. So that's really important. So when we're fighting here and I'm doing this, you know, I may grip here, but my key thing, I want to get this. And I'm going to get a handle here. Here's my anchor here. And hold that here, okay? Now we're fighting, gripping, whatever. Get this, and there it is. If a guy's bent over, often he's probably not real strong at gripping, you know, grip fighting, like in a Judo or Sambo sense. So you could probably get this grip reasonably well. But here's my grip here. Maybe grab lower to the belt if he's super bent over. We'll talk, we may work on that. But I've got to get a handle here. See, like this. And just kind of where the apron starts beating the heavier part of the judo gi. Right, that's a good place to get it right there. There's your handle. Now we're working here. And he's low. Now, I'm going to use this a lot more like a surigoshi, a lifting hip throw. But I'm going to do Tai Otoshi as well. So my grip here may be even really low down on the sleeve. I'd like to get it here. But if not, it may work better for me here. So play with the grip down here. So basically, we've always talked about this like putting a belt over a guy, looping him with a belt or a rope. That's what I'm doing here. So here's like this, and I've got him here, and I've got him here. And he's bent over, and he's more concerned with doing something else than, you know, thinking about me throwing him with this. And notice he's got his hand posted here. You know, this is a pretty defensive posture for him, okay? And what this does, I can spin on this hip, I might turn my hip into a nice Kubi Nage, Tai Otoshi type throw with this type of a dominant grip, this back grip, okay? And so I've got this back grip, so from here, you can see he's pushing out there. He may or may not be doing that, but a lot of times the guy will be doing it, or even having a grip back here. That allows me to I get that rotation, I can turn. So when I do this, as I pull him, I start pulling him into me. I don't need to lift him up anymore. I just need to suck him into me, okay? So here's a little bit different if you've got a bent over opponent than somebody who's stand up and you're doing this kind of a standard Kubi Nage, okay? So just pull him into you. It's pull his shoulder into your gut area here, your rib area here. Just suck him in tight like this. And I spin around and shoot. So it's kind of like I'm spinning him, I'm turning him here and locking him onto my armpit area here, my upper torso with his shoulder, and I'm spinning on this, and as I do that, I'm continuing to pull in this direction. Okay? So it's coming here like that. And I keep pulling this way. Both hands are working at the same time. Can you do one here? Okay. Watch how both his hands work, and they're pulling in the direction. Just like that.
Is that supposed to stay put?
Yep, you're good.
You're good. Do it again, parse it apart. Watch when he comes in, he's got that grip. This hand is going to be pulling in, as this hand is pulling in the direction there. He's not necessarily lifting, but he's pulling into it. He is slightly here. That's how he does. That's fine. But now, notice the thing. He's going to pivot on that, spin about, and shoot. There it is. If you want to call it Kubi Nage, call it Kubi Nage. If you want to call it Tai Otoshi, call it Tai Otoshi. Just as long as they call it ippon, right? Okay, that's all we ask for. Fine, so from that direction, see the grip?
Right in there. I always, when I'm going and I'm worried about grabbing something back here, I'll slap first and then crunch in. Because then you know, even if it's nice tight gi, you can get a hold of something. If you start trying to do this, your grip fails, okay?
That's why you hear people slap. That's exactly the reason a guy slaps you on the back to get that grip. That's it.
Okay, lots of surface area, crunch it back in on your grip. You've got a good hold there, okay? Pull them in nice and tight, okay? Just right in, just like he's a band or something and you're practicing your uchi komis. Hit it nice and wide, and then as you do, you're gonna kind of drop down a couple inches and kick that foot across. And over he goes.
See, most people would probably call that Tai Otoshi, just with a strong back grip. Again, call it what you want. It's a very effective technique. Whether it's Kubi Nage, we'll come back at it and get a review one or two more times to sort of be ready. You see it? Good. Any questions? You notice it was a little, don't have to throw, but show how to set up the Kubi Nage initially. There's more of a pulling action on a Kubi. Go ahead, stand nice.
All right.
So he's doing a Kubi Nage where he's going to grab around the higher here around the neck. And notice it's more of a lifting action with the hand here. So it's more of a hip throw than Kubi Nage, and you're rolling him in, but then you're splitting them out. So in Kubi Nage, you might throw them both over your legs and your hips. It could be either way. Tai Otoshi is more over the legs. Again, personal preference, everybody does it slightly different. Okay? All right. We good? It's really part Koshi-Guruma, part Tai Otoshi. The upper part is pretty much Koshi-Guruma, some Tai Otoshi, and the bottom part is certainly Tai Otoshi. And you want nice, wide legs. And some people, you'll throw this guy in a competition with it, they'll say, wow, that's a great Tai Otoshi. Sure, I don't care. call it what you want, but it works.